This program contains true stories of rescues. All of the 911 calls you will hear are real. Whenever possible, the actual people involved have helped us reconstruct the events as they happened. The 1990 holiday season was especially joyful for Scott and Karen Hoyt of Austin, Texas. They were looking forward to the birth of their second child. Scott had one last tour to make with his country western band before their baby was due. So Karen was home alone with her 4.5-year-old daughter, Erica, over Christmas weekend.
We were getting close. It was down near about the last month or so. And we went to the doctor, and everything seemed to be real fine. And it looked like if we could make it another couple of weeks, we're out of the woods. So I left town feeling pretty confident, not too worried about it. Left her, the phone numbers where I would be, the hotel and the clubs and stuff.
Mommy said, oh my gosh, and I ran in the bathroom to see what was happening, and there was blood in the toilet. What's all that blood?
Oh, honey, I don't know.
I was real scared.
We had some friends that said, well, look, we got a couple of people, the people across the street and a couple of Karen's friends. Here's my number. I'm always there. If something happens, call me. I'll come take you to the hospital. Nobody was home. It's like, a holiday weekend. A lot of people had gone out of town for Christmas, visiting family. Nobody was there.
Emergency ambulance.
I need an ambulance.
Okay, where are you, ma'am?
1, 2.
At 10:34 a.m., a call came into Austin Travis County 911.
I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm just gushing blood everywhere, and I can't find anybody to take me to the hospital.
Okay.
EMT Lori Cash took over the call.
Okay, ma'am. You've had prenatal care?
Yes.
Okay.
I just went to the doctor yesterday.
Okay.
I mean, it's just gushing out like as if my water broke, but it's just blood.
Okay. Listen to me, okay? I've got the ambulance on the way. Are you having any contractions?
No, not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
Okay. And how long ago did the bleeding start?
Ma'am?
When did the bleeding start?
Just about 3 minutes ago. I've just been trying to call my neighbors. I can't get anybody at home.
Okay. I want you to be reassured that the ambulance has already been started.
Right.
Okay, and this is a house.
Right.
Okay, I want you to be assured they've been started.
Okay.
Karen had been diagnosed with a high-risk pregnancy condition called placenta previa. If the placenta ruptured, she could bleed to death in less than 30 minutes without proper medical care.
Is this your first child?
No, it's my second. I have a 4.5 home with me right now.
Okay. When your water broke with your other child, is this similar but it's bloody?
It's similar, but it's just pure blood.
Okay. And there was no expected complications or anything?
Well, starting out, I had complete placenta previa. But my doctor thought that it had moved, and I've had no complications. He was going to do another sonogram next week. I'm due January the 28th.
When she told us that she has a history of placenta previa and the way she was hemorrhaging, in my heart, I didn't feel the baby was going to make it.
And does it feel like you need to use the restroom?
When the placenta ruptures, it cuts off the baby's supply of oxygen. Without oxygen, a baby has only minutes to live.
I'm a little girl.
With your child, okay. Do you feel weak or nauseated? Or
I feel a little bit weak with all this blood coming out of me. Okay. I don't feel nauseated.
Okay. And can you tell if your skin color is normal?
Normal.
Okay. And do you feel like anything's bulging out? Or
bulging
is it just
out?
Yeah. You know how when you were going to have your first baby, how when the head was trying to come out, you could feel that bulging?
No, I don't feel that.
Okay. What I want you to do is stay on the phone with me. You are sitting down?
I was sitting on the toilet.
Okay. I want you to get off the toilet, okay? And either sit in the bathtub.
I'm just in a half bath down here.
Okay. Do you have a portable phone?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to take the phone and go into the bathtub or into the best bet would be into a bathroom floor and sit on some towels, okay? The mess can be cleaned up later, but what we...
Towels?
Yeah, we don't want you on the commode because if your baby's born, then it goes into the water.
Okay. Oh, blood's going to get all over the carpet.
Okay, if you want, you can just sit down in the floor where you're at now.
Go upstairs and get Mommy a bunch of towels.
Okay, it would be best if you can
feel real weak.
Yeah, just why don't you go ahead and sit down in the bathroom where you're at, but get off the commode.
Erica, just get me some towels. In the bathroom, baby. I think I'm fixing to faint.
Okay, that's why I want to stay on the phone.
But first she was real coherent, real clear, and then she started fading, and she started sounding real weak and faint and real slurred speech and real disoriented. My real concern was she's bled out a lot more than I'd thought, and that we were going to lose her.
When we continue,
Erica?
I thought that Mom was going to die.
Then there's some help to help your mommy, okay?
Karen Hoyt was 8 months pregnant when she suddenly started hemorrhaging. While on the line with 911 dispatcher Lori Cash, Karen began losing consciousness. The only person home to help was her 4.5-year-old daughter, Erica.
Does your little girl talk on the phone?
Yes.
Okay. I want you to get her to sit by you. Okay?
Sit by Mommy.
Ma'am?
Are they going to be almost here?
Yeah, they're responding, okay? And the fire department's responding too. Okay? What I want you to do is the little girl sitting by you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want you to tell her that you're okay. But if for some reason Mommy can't talk on the phone anymore, for her to pick it up and talk to me.
Okay, if Mommy can't talk on the phone anymore, you need to talk on the phone, Erica.
My panic about it was that she was there and her 4.5-year-old was there with her. And for a 4.5-year-old to see that was really bothering me, but we needed her help. She could tell me if Mom was making noises, if Mom was talking, if Mom was moving. She was my link to watching Mom. She was my eyes.
Ma'am? Hello?
I'll hold it for you.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's just so funny.
Okay. Put your daughter on the phone and you lay down. Okay, ma'am, where's your husband at?
He's out of town.
Okay. Put your daughter on the phone. Tell her to talk to me on the phone.
On the phone?
Yes. Put her on the phone so I can talk to her.
Hello.
Erica? Hi, this is the ambulance, okay? I want you to be a big girl and help me a bunch here, okay? Okay, hon, listen to me. Mommy's going to be fine, okay?
Scared.
I know you are, hon, but Mommy's going to be just fine.
All I could picture was her little face, and just the little voice behind it was just hysterical and nervous and upset. I think what I could do at this point was reassure that Mom was going to be okay on her level. Talk to her as a mom, as you talk to your child.
I want you to be a... Okay, that blood can be cleaned up, hon, but it's going to be all right, okay?
But my mom is having a baby.
I know. You're going to have a brother or a sister, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why I'm sending somebody to help your mommy have that baby.
I was just so afraid Erica would not leave Mom's side to let us in, that I really was trying to make sure Erica didn't see any fear in my voice.
I know you're scared, but everything's going to be just
Mother's
fine.
phone number
Yes.
is area code 409-983.
I really felt that it was just her last gasp. That was her last words. Let my mom know, and these are her numbers. Because she was just as coherent and clear as when she dialed 911.
Okay.
When she went immediately back unconscious, I thought she was dead.
Within 8 minutes of the call, the first rescue workers arrived, including firefighter EMT Monty Strange.
When we first pulled up on the scene, the daughter, the 4-year-old, was standing at the doorway with the door open for us. We walked into the house, and Mrs. Hoyt was laying on the floor. In the hallway, there was quite a bit of blood. After you get the oxygen set up, go ahead and take care of the little girl. We got her on the oxygen, which is both good for her and the baby, even though the baby is unborn. It was up in the air at that time. It would be really hard for me to call on whether they were or not going to make it.
Within a minute, paramedic Will Neely and his partner arrived.
It was quite apparent to us as we walked in the door, seeing the amount of blood loss she had, that we need to start moving very quickly on this patient.
Vicki, we're the Austin MS. We're going to take care of you.
Not only the fact that there was a possibility of losing the child, but our concern was the fact that she's lost enough blood now that she could be seriously compromised.
Another problem. I just turn your head a little bit here, look that way. Have you felt the
I
baby
thought that Mom was going to die.
Okay.
Karen was taken to Seton Medical Center. On the way, the hospital was alerted about her condition and that of her unborn baby.
We have an ETA of about 5. Could you notify L&D? Okay, thanks.
On duty in the delivery room was Nurse Tina Davis.
We knew the woman was hemorrhaging, and she had had a previa. When a woman is hemorrhaging as much as she was, minutes count. You have to get the baby out as soon as possible.
Don't be too disappointed.
You don't have 5 minutes to prep the area properly.
There we go. Dr. Nunlin here. Are you having any pain?
The only treatment for placenta previa in a situation where there's hemorrhage is immediate delivery.
Obstetrician Patrick Nunnally prepared to do the C-section.
Realizing that she was 5 weeks from full term, I knew that we had a very serious circumstance and that indeed it was a life-threatening situation both for Karen and her baby.
Let's go. Let's go. We got you. Okay. Now, I'm going to let you breathe some oxygen here. This mask, okay? What I want you to do...
She was extremely frightened, very pale, because she had lost so much blood, and looked very frightened for the baby.
You're going to feel a little bit of pressure.
She was looking into people's eyes for hope, and I think just a little support.
Table down, please. Suction up.
The baby was in a transverse position, which made the delivery difficult.
We're going to find out here. Got pressure about here. Okay, here comes baby. 100 over 50. All right. Okay. Baby's out. Okay.
11:34.
Clamp. Ready for some pit? Clamp. Yeah, run the pit. Okay.
The baby was immediately examined by neonatologist James Cresswell.
When she first was delivered, the initial heart rate was approximately 80 to 100. Usual heart rate is about 120 to 160, and she was very limp and not crying. A 0 APGAR score would be given if there was no sign of life, and a 10 APGAR score would be given if the transition was as good as it could be. Her APGAR score was 2. Immediately after beginning the bag and mask ventilation, the heart rate had begun to increase up to 100 to 120, and by 60 to 90 seconds, it was up into the normal range. By that point, we felt sure that she was going to recover.
When I woke up in the recovery room and I was alive, and the first thing they said to me was that I was okay. I'd had a little baby girl, and she was doing fine.
She looks just like you, honey. Oh.
And I just went, thank you, Lord. I was just felt very blessed.
All right, look what I brought for you. Oh.
They brought Aubrey in, and I had Erica sitting next to me, and I was holding Aubrey. And it was just the most wonderful feeling. Give her a kiss. I loved having a baby sister. I was real happy. She looks great.
6 months later, the Hoyt family finally got a chance to meet dispatcher Lori Cash.
Are you Lori? Hi. Oh, so glad to meet you. Glad to meet you. That's Erica. How are you? You brought me some flowers. So pretty. Oh, I'm so glad to meet you. So much. Hear everything you did for us. Oh.
I'd really like to thank Lori for being there for me and for being there for Erica.
Oh, I'm just so glad.
I don't know what Erica would have done if she hadn't had someone to talk to. And I think Lori just really made Erica feel secure.
Big hug.
I was glad I was there to answer the phone, and I was glad that she was intelligent enough to talk to me when Mom went unconscious. And that just makes me feel good to know that I'm that somebody and that I can pick up the phone and tell somebody how to attempt to save a life.
Such a beauty to gaze upon, with her blue jeans and halo on. Straight from heaven, I know she was sent to me.
One of the main things it did is just brought reality home real quick. The career and everything's great, but the family definitely comes first. I'm just thankful that it turned out the way it did, and Aubrey's doing fine. We're a big, happy family now.
It really does feel more precious, the family time together. You know, there could have been a chance that Aubrey might not even be here today, or I wouldn't be here. And I think that's what the song is about. She was a walking miracle, and he thanks the Lord above.
Placenta previa is a condition that can be easily diagnosed and monitored by a doctor during pregnancy.